aside from shotgunning Maxi immediately. Anyways, upon the return of the Darkest Demise from Dice Rally, vampire zombies are on a forge to change the landscape of Zombie World and destroy everything in their sight of the path. First things first, with his hand, again, aside from XC, and because this was on draw phase, no use for call by and tactics talent do not count. So nothing to do but real normal retainer, Zombie World, and 2 set. Pre-prep, mirror, Habakiri, domination, negate destroy, 2400 extra points, and pass back. Tribute retainer for Shadow for Fualos, call by, Shadow for Scarlet Scourge for Retainer for Domain. Tactics. Let me take a look. Yeah, can confirm. Get rid of Nib from hand, and it's full combo. And aside from Mirror, which we knew about, Paradise does nothing, and then Kusanagi, Habakiri back to hand. That makes sense. But otherwise, get rid of Nib and proceed to full combo from the get-go. And then Fiendsmith Mitsurugi scoops. And this next matchup, with his hand going second, this should be okay. Set 4. Also, I literally realized this, no extra deck. So that means it's Monarchs and or True Dracos. Who knows? Real normal Gozuki. Just desserts. Skill drain. Well, this sucks. Draw line, free special, hit for 17, set 1. Does Tornado in 2025, let me just say this again, ladies and gentlemen, because I don't think the people in the back heard me. Does Tornado in 2025 target one spell trap your opponent controls, kill it, then you can, optional, set 1 spell trap from your hand. Not once per turn, by the way. Obviously, super old card. If you know, you know. Kill off Chalice. Set. And pass back to opponent. Draw and pass. Real normal Sorcerer. 15, 17. And pass. Draw and pass. Is my opponent not on anything? Well, zombies making it lethal. Alright, taking a look at the first 2 decks. Quite the treasure cards. Royal Fualos, Glossed Out Saji, Royal Imperm, Glossed Out King of the Fairlimps, Glossed Out Original Art of IP, Glossed Out Moon, Rest in Peace Moon in TCG. $40 traps. Turns out opponent was just doing the dailies for traps. That makes sense. So 2 Just Desserts, Ceasefire, 3 Dust Tornado, 3 Torrential Tribute, 3 Raigeki Break, 3 Karma Cut, Treacherous Trap Hole, even though you literally canceled its purpose, 3 Reverse Glasses, cut the attack in half of all face-up monsters currently on the field to the end phase, all card. Graceful Tear, add 1 card from your hand to your opponent's hand, then gain 2k life. Floodgate Trap Hole, 2 Evenly Match, 3 Imperm, Predator Planning, no Predator Plant monsters, so there's no purpose with that. Jelly Cannon, when a monster declares an attack, target 1 monster anywhere on the field, shuffle it back. Solemn Judgment, Ultimate Providence, 3 Draco Utopian Aura. I'm assuming it's meant for the negate and destroy. 2 Call It On It. There's no purpose with that card if you're running all 40 traps. Remove Brainwashing. Skill Drain. 3 Rebirth Judgment. Once per turn, solve once per turn, you can declare 1 monster type. Monsters in the graveyards become that type for the rest of this turn, even if this card leaves the field. This next matchup with his hand, it's fine. Real normal Unizombie, level modulate twice, 1 by discarding Retainer, and then the other is by Foolish Burial Mizuki. Mizuki, banish, bring back Retainer, Retainer, spill blood for domination, for Vampire Sucker, Zombie World, and set. Silent Swordsman 0, Silent Sword Slash. You know, funny enough, I originally thought of using Domination, but somewhere in that line of text off from Silent Sword Slash, it says, this card's activation and effect cannot be negated, which means there's no stopping it. Most cases, target 1 Silent Swordsman monster you control. That monster you control gains extra 1,500 stats until the end of the turn. And if it does, it's unaffected by your opponent's card effects. So, towers of opponent's cards. Banish, for the sake of Silent Swordsman. Shining Sark, there's the real hit. Set. Shining Sark, Argo Stars. Okay, so field spell up. Fraulein. Fraulein with the boost to Sucker. And even if unaffected by everything else comes into play, realistically, Towers cards do not matter at the slightest when boosting the stats are a huge factor to get over tower monsters. Okay, so let's see. Effect Veiler, 2 Berry Magician Girl. If I was to be this convinced about Berry Magician Girl, let's see. Upon normal summon, add 1 Magician Girl monster from deck to hand. DMG, the Shining Sark Edition. Just so you can turbo out the Shining Sarks. Makes sense. Marshmallow, Ash, Silent Swordsman, 2 Swordsman 0, 2 Magician 0, 2 Gadget Trio, 3 Argo Stars Glorious Adra, 2 Cyber Dragon, 2 Archfiend's Advent, 3 Dark Magician Girl, the Magician's Apprentice, aka Shining Sark version, one of which is Royal. Good catch. 3 Dark Magician, the Magician of Black Magic, Shining Sark version of Dark Magician, one of which is glossed out. 2 Gandora G, 2 Nibiru, Traps, 2 Argo Stars, Slayer Iteo, 1 Lightning Taidu, Stronghold, Calling on It, Monster Rebirth. If a monster's more than one was killed by battle this turn, send 1 monster reborn from your hand or deck to the graveyard, then target 1 monster in either graveyard, special that monster to your side of the field. And this was treated as if it was specialed by Monster Reborn. Glossed out, by the way. Spell lineup: 2 Swords of Revealing Light, Monster Reborn, 2 Magical Eyes Fused, Ties That Bind, 2 Argo Stars Home Stadium, 3 Shining Sark, one of which is Royal Rare, 2 Silent Sword Slash, 2 Secrets of Dark Magic, and 1 Future Silence. Extra that consists of Garura, Cyber End Dragon, even though for whatever the reason you play 2, I think you meant to play some Chimera text, but I'm not too sure on what the opponent's extra deck can deal with. Quintet Magician, Ancient Pixie, Firewall Saber Dragon, level 7, Dark Cyber Synchro, 2300 attack, 2000 defense. Each effect once per turn. First chance, it's Synchro Shoken. You can target 1 Cyberse monster in your graveyard or banishment, add it back to your hand. So Recursion, awesome. You can target 1 other Cyberse monster you control with a level. This card's level becomes that monster, so level modulation. If this card is sent to the graveyard just because of link material, you can add 1 AI spell, aka I spell, from deck to hand. So it's Recursion of a Cyberse, level modulate, and search a I spell if it were to be used as link material. And for the requirements to make it, it is a generic level 7. 1 tuner along with 1 or more non-tuner monsters to make it. Interesting. Utopic Future Slash, Utopia, Rhapsody in Berserk, Utopia Rising, Argo Stars Adventurous Arion, Virtual World Phoenix Fan, Double Bite Dragon, 2 links is what it takes to make it, top, middle, and bottom middle, unaffected by monsters effects except linked monsters effects, and cannot be killed by battle except by battle with a link monster. Basically, Link versus Link. Gains 300 attack equal to the combined link ratings of the monsters used for its link summon times 300. The bigger of the link 4s, 5s, and 6s, the bigger the stats. Of a link to Dark Cyberse, original attack is 1500. Nice. Haggard Lizardos, BLS, World Sea Dragon Zealandis. And with his hand going second, oh boy, McCank goes. So Nini hooked up with Water Arabesque and Water Arabesque for Hare. I'm surprised my opponent did not go Lee unless opponent's trying to get the pieces. Hare, Imperm, and one set. Imperm, the Hare, so we don't take the battle damage. For our line, opponent takes 12. Set 1. Flying Mary. Bring back for our line. Retainer. Sand Sorcerer. Reborn Spill Blood. Desire. Foolish Grace. And pass. MST on Flying Mary. Real Normal Nini. Reflection Rondo. On Fraulein. Domination. And then Makenko Scoot. Okay, quite the interesting list of sorts. 2 Marauding Captain, Incantation Pensiplume, 2 Hare, 2 Nini, 3 Huli, or not 3, 2 Huli, Celtic Guard of Noble Arms, Incantation Candle, Dogmatica Ecclesia, Incantation Bookstone, Cybernetic Magician, level 6 light spellcaster, searchable by Ursula Whiteforest, 2400 attack, 1000 defense. Hey, Monarch. So Monarch, Cybernetic Magician with Monarch stats. You can discard 1 to target 1 face-up monster anywhere on the field. That target's attack becomes 2000 until the end phase. Okay, so stat change set to 2000 flat up. Incantation Talismandra, Dogmatica Fleur-de-Lis, Maha Vilo, Light of the Heavens, the retrained, 2 Ohime, 1 Arahime, Traps First, Bottomless, Curse of Anubis, change all effect monsters on the field to defense. For the rest of this turn, the original defense of those monsters becomes 0. Also, their battle positions cannot be changed. Time Space, Makenko Promise, 2 Makenko Rivalry, Royal Rare Call of the Haunted. Wow. Spell lineup, Monster Reborn, Soul Exchange, 2 Preparation Rites. So let's see, level 7 or lower. That'll be Ohime. And then any ritual spell from graveyard, we'll get to that in a bit. Mage Power, Dark World Shackles, Noble Arms Gallatin, Celestial Sword Eatos, always treat it as a Noble Arms card, extra 500 attack to the equipped monster, and when this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can target 1 Guardian Eatos you control, extra 500 attack for each banished monster. Dogmaticism, Makenko Fire Dance, Makenko Purification Dance, Water Arabesque, 2 Reflection Rondo, realistically play the 1 because you can only control 1, Mayo Washidori, Ritual Sanctuary, Heavenly Gate of the Mekanko, 2 Mekanko Kagura, branded in Central Dogmatica. If you special a ritual monster and nothing else by a spell card or effect outside of the damage step, you can look at either player's extra deck and send one monster from it. Interesting. If you special one fusion monster and nothing else by a spell card or effect outside of the damage step, you can target that monster. For the rest of this turn, it gains attack equal to its original attack. Also, it can only attack position monsters your opponent controls. Each effect once per turn. Decisive Battle of Golgonda, for the sake of Titaniclads and Albions, 2 apiece, MST, and Great Mekanko Ceremony. Extra deck, as I already mentioned, the 2 Titaniclads and 2 Albions for the sake of Decisive Battle. Lavalval Ignis as an old card, rank 3, Fire Warrior XE, that takes 2 level 3 monsters in general to make them, 1800 attack, 1400 defense. If this card attacks or is attacked during the damage step in either player's turn, detach 1. This card gains 500 attack until the end of this turn. Isolde, Geonator Transverser, Lina, Dark. With this hand going second in the next match, this should be okay. Opponent set 1 and pass. Maxi? Sure. Real Normal Ghost. Send Familiar. Grab Fraulein, toss out Retainer. Druid's Worm. Target Banish Familiar. Desire. You always have, well, never mind. I was gonna say you always play 2 in case of Bestials. That is unless your opponent hardcore opens up both. So much for Vampire Familiars. But desired the extra copy just in case. Sadly, again, not the worst feeling. 2 set, Magnamut. Ability? No dragons, so it's just these 2. Fraulein, free special. Let the ghost die. Fraulein, keep her safe. Druid's Worm. Ghost. Should be Fraulein for Scourge. Scallop Scourge. Target Retainer, SP, Scourge, and Retainer to escape. Reborn Fraulein, and I opted not to use Chalice on the SP because it's not my turn. So I rather wait it out at a proper time. Retainer, Ash. Both come back. Top deck Solitaire. Scallop Scourge over SP. Retainer. Take damage. Scallop Scourge for SP. Vampire Fascinator. Fascinator. Take Ash. Knowing that she's a zombie. And then I was going to Real Normal the Solitaire, tribute to Ash, and then full combo from there on out. And then this deal scoops up. So let's see what's up. Bestial Malice. I'd say list is about pretty straightforward. And then extra deck is straightforward too. With his hand going second, not so much we can do with it. Real normal Berry Magician Girl. Originally, I thought of imperm the card. The problem was, when it comes to Berry's other effect, if we dare do something that targets her or attacking the Berry Girl, that's a free Dark Magician Girl from the deck. Well, free Magician Girl of any kind. So I figured, no, we're going to let the search go, get the Shining Sark version, and discarding Royal Rare Mirage Knight? Level 8 Light Warrior, 2800 attack, 2000 defense. Big shout outs to Yugi and Joey for uniting this creature in terms of going up against the big five in the virtual world. So, can't be normal summon set must be special by Dark Flare Knight and no other ways doing so. And when it comes to Dark Flare Knight, obviously that takes Dark Magician and Flame Swordsman to make this. No battle damage involving battles with this. And then if for some reason, when this card gets killed by battle, sent to the graveyard, special one Mirage Knight from hand or deck. Now this is where the Mirage Knight comes in. During damage calc only, this card gains attack equal to the original attack of the opponent's monster it is battling. During the end phase of a turn, this card attacked or was attacked, banish this card. Classic. Shining Sark version of DMG. Now we imperm the card. And one set. Zombie World. Real normal retainer. Attack the Berry Girl. Set 1 and pass. Rescue Ace in the mix, huh? Shining Sark, Rescue Ace. Getting Airlifter. DMG, attack over retainer, and pass. Retainer, send Scarlet Skidge, Reborn, Spill Blood. Red Lotus King, Flame Crime, and then Rescue. Hydrant exists. It's a Charmer. It's a Charmerling card. Rescue, being a Charmer, Vampire Domination, Negate Destroy, Special It, Retainer to get Desire. Red Lotus, burn for 800. Thrust. Talents, take the DMG. Desire. Toss off Familiar. Real normal Mizuki. Flying Mary. Reborn Scarlet Skidge. Spill Blood for Familiar. Spill Blood for Fraulein. Flying Mary, target Scourge, kill off the Red Lotus King. 2 little zombies for Sucker. Mizuki, banish. Reborn Familiar. Sucker, draw 1. Fascinator. Reborn DMG. Fascinator, tribute Scarlet Skidge. Exceed, shook it into Zombie Vampire. Zombie World exists. Restrictions do not matter at the slightest. So most cases, Bell, Retainer, Airlifter, Magician Zero, and Ghost Mourner. And out of all the things to hit in terms of the monsters, that would be Ghost Mourner because we happen to use the Search effect and a reborn effect already this turn. And knowing my opponent had saw my hand being Fraulein searched scoop phase for Shining Sark Rescue Ace? I gotta see this. So it's DMG, Shining Sark, Rescue Ace. Okay. Dark Magician, Red Eyes Black Dragon, 2 Berry Magician Girl, 2 Rescue Ace Hydrant, one of which is glossed out, Red Resonator, Vision Resonator, Red Lotus King, Ash Blossom, Red Eyes Baby Dragon, Ghost Mourner, Soul Resonator, 3 Rescue Ace Airlifter, Silent Magician Zero, Gadget Trio, Lacrima Chick, Royal Rare Bestial Druid's Worm, good catch, Archfiend's Advent, DMG The Shining Sark Edition, Royal Rare Mirage Knight, Rescue Ace Preventer, Rescue Ace Turbulence, Resonator Call, Red Eyes Fusion, Red Eyes Insight, Tactics Talent, Ties That Bind, Rescue Ace HQ, Shining Sark, The One, Soul Servant, 2 Rescue, Royal Rare Emergency, Dimensional Prison, Infinite Impermanence, Gravediggers, Contain, Extinguish, Reinforce, Flame Swords Dance, Eternal Soul, Stronghold the Hidden Fortress. Extra that consists of Dark Flare Knight, Meteor Black Comet Dragon, Dark Magician the Dragon Knight, the Dark Magicians, Red Eyes Dark Dragoon, the Great Double Casted Caster, Level 8 Light Spellcaster Fusion, no attack, 2600 defense. That takes 2 non-effect monsters to make it. Gains attack equal to the combined original attack of any Ritual, Fusion, Synchro XZ, or Link monsters used as fusion material for this card. This card can direct attack, so built-in Hayate. If this card is killed by battle or card effect, you can target one of your non-effect monsters that is banished or in your graveyard, reborn it. And that reborn effect is Hard Once. For a normal card, artwork looks fantastic. Scar, Dragon Archfiend, Hot Red Abyss, Red Nova Dragon, Queen Dragoon Jin, 2 level 4 monsters in general to make her. Dragon types you control cannot be killed by battle except herself. Detach one, target 1 level 5 or higher dragon monster in your graveyard. Special it out. It cannot attack this turn and its effects are negated. So level 5 or higher dragons. Red Eyes, Bestial Druid's Worm, and then any others? Meteor Black Common Dragon can come back in terms of the Dragoon XZ. Dark Magician and Dragon Knight can come back for that matter. And then Fiendsmith's Requiem, Nightmare Cerberus, Decode Talker, Promethean Princess, for the sake of Rescue Ace package, and Raster Liger. And last but not least, with his hand going first, hit and miss, real normal sorcerer, set 1 and pass. Clockwork Knight, time tearing Morganite. Can't use hand traps. Draw 2 instead of 1, so Pot of Greed each turn. Conduct 2 normal summon / sets this turn, so double summon and Pot of Greed each turn, and no hand traps. Awakening for Familiar, give Retainer, kill due to Awakening, and its simplified game state. Pot of Greed. The 3 humanoid zombies of vampires, Shadow, Scarlet Scourge, and Sorcerer, all attributed for the sake of this glossed out the Winged Dragon of Ra sphere mode. Long time seeing this. Obviously, divine attribute, divine beast being an Egyptian god, no stats. Can't attack. Your opponent cannot target this card for attacks or by card effects. And if for some reason you actually played the Winged Dragon of Ra, you contribute this special 1 from your hand or deck, ignoring its summoning condition. And if you do, its stats become 4,000. Oh, hello? If this card in your possession is sent to your graveyard by your opponent's card. Okay, so tributing does count in terms of my possession being sent to the graveyard. Wow. So that's an automatic free search. Most cases getting Fraulein and 1 set. Simplified state. Override the type change back to its original form of Zombie World. Now, rule of thumb, ladies and gentlemen, any type changes that are involved in a card text, anything comes in late, not early, but anything comes in late will be considered the new type now. So most cases, Clockwork Knight was used on my opponent's turn 1, and then 3 turns later, override the type change to zombies with the help of Necroworld Banshee just to get Zombie World. And vampires are now relieved once more. Grace, 2,000. Sketch. Scrap Iron Scarecrow in 2025. Let me just say this again, ladies and gentlemen, because I don't think the people in the back heard me. Scrap Iron Scarecrow in 2025. Shout outs to you, Say Fudo, with this card. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, target the attacking monster, negate the attack. Also, after that, reset button this card instead of sending it to the graveyard. Immortal Dragon, 500. Exige Shoken into the blue blood of Sheridan. Sheridan sends Scarecrow. Red Eyes Zombie Necro Dragon. And 3 set. This sucks so bad. The Blue Blood Sheridan and Red Eye Zombie Necro Dragon both tributed for the sake of Lava Golem, and one set. Trickstar Reincarnation, banish 2, draw 2, take 1,000, draw a line, Grace, spill way too much blood to summon herself, and the context is when a level 5 or higher zombie monsters, more than one, is special summoned to your field by the effect of a zombie monster while she's in the graveyard, courtesy of Fraulein herself, you can pay 2,000 life, as in you're spilling way too much blood, special summon this card from your graveyard. Vampire Grace, finishing it off to make it lethal. One last run with the deck list. Battle Fader, 2 Maxi, Falsadina, Inspector Border, Cash Tira Riceheart, Jinzo, Fenrir, Unicorn, Ogre, 2 Lava Golem, Dogoran Kaiju, Liberator Ito, 2 Sphere Modes, one of which is glossed out, Spirit of Yubel, Nibiru, Thea, the Primal Being. Instead of a light, Thea is a dark. During the main phase, as a quick effect, you can tribute monsters whose total levels equals 11 or more, special this from your hand. Then, if you control no other monsters, you can does not target kill one monster anywhere on the field with the highest attack. Hard once on Thea. No one can normal or special more than 4 times per turn while this card is face up in the monster zone. I'm pretty much guessing this is what the card looks like post Nibiru. Cool. Raigeki, Feather Duster, Card Destruction, Monster Reborn, Soul Release, 2 Change of Heart, Heavy Storm, Time Tearing Morganite, the one of, in the beginning by the way, in a fat 60, what are the odds? Snatch Steel, 2 Moon Mirror Shield, Lost Out Necro Valley, Lair of Darkness, 2 Clockwork Knight, Cash Terra Birth, Nightmare Pain, 2 Super Polys, 2 Call by the Grave, Traps, 2 Dimension Wall, Scrap Iron Scarecrow, Quaking Mirror Force, Trickstar Reincarnation, 2 Evenly Matched, one of which is glossed out, Imperm, 2 Awaken the Dragon, Dragon Capture Jar, Royal Decree. I don't know why maining it if you're having that many traps. DNA Surgery, Macrocosmos, Light Imprisoning Mirror. Well, we're playing darks, obviously. The only light monster in my deck that hurts this would be Skeletal Dragon Felgrand, because for whatever the reason, he is actually a light monster. 2 Imperial Iron Wall, Royal Prison, No One Can Reborn Monsters, Cash Terra Preparations. Okay, so basically this Royal Prison is no reborns. Extra that consists of Mudagan, Garura, Earth Golem Adignister, Starving Venom Fusion Dragon, for the sake of Super Poly, Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon, either Fuse Summon it or Special Summon. So the Fuse Summon part I'm pretty much convincing versus Blue Eyes. That will be the likes of Super Poly, the Blue Eyes, and any dragon on anyone's field. Hence why Fusion Summon in the text. Naturia Exterio, Saint Azamina, Five-Headed Dragon, Ubel the Loving Defender Forever, glossed out, Zeus, Typhon, Raid Raptor, Rising Rebellion Falcon for the sake of Awakening Dragon, Relinquished Anima, SP Little Knight, and BLS Link. And this has been James Polk with a fantastic Darkness episode. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and hit that notification bell to keep yourself constantly updated. And we'll catch you guys next time.